from the great state of Illinois, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the second city of Chicago. Tonight, it's the second game here on this Wild Card Saturday, as it'll be our visitors taking on our home team. It's the second of our two games here on this Saturday as Super Wild Card Weekend continues here on EA Sports. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there leading them is their fourth-year quarterback.
And he comes up with a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart, but make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Back to throw. Farmer. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the stream, the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a second down and 9. And they'll send Williams in motion right. Off the play fake. Farmer. He's going to loft it. Deep right sideline. And did he get the feet down? Yes. Touchdown. Number 9. Touchdown. A great play there. 29 yards. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Our home team, 5 plays there on that drive. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look here now at their fourth-year quarterback.
And he comes into these playoffs bringing a team that's been battle-tested, won the division, and earned the home playoff game here in round 1. But every year they know that a division champ, it feels like, gets beat. They don't want to be that team. They have to avoid the overconfidence and make sure they play the same way they played during the regular season, mistake-free and with passion.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
6-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Up the middle they go. Walter. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
49-yard line.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Second and 9 at the 49-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's caught. This is White. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT.
2nd and 10.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Throw out wide is incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. And he can't escape, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. And they'll send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Farmer. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And on now is the punter, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
A good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Second and 13. The left side, it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, well, they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
They'll run here with a rookie.
And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession, as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. A handoff, Coleman between the tackles. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. An 8-yard touchdown run. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all, and a 9-yard run on the end of it. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. A little juke. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs. Because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
He'll be dropped at the 30. The first broken tackle was there, but couldn't bust free.
A 5-yard pickup on the play.
Here's 3rd and 3.
3rd down.
Operating from the gun. Farmer.
Across the middle, he's got it complete to St. Brown.
His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Going up the gut, Montgomery. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Throw left side complete. That's Williams. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And now we've got a third down and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
From the gun on third down. Farmer.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Over the middle, complete. That's Montgomery. Just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up second down.
At the 35-yard line.
They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down at the 32-yard line.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line.
The completion on first didn't get much. Now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down.
So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away changes what your play calls are going to be.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal.
Montgomery will score. Touchdown, Chicago.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
14. Our home team, 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Another drive coming up for the Chicago offense. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over it that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
On 3rd down, here's Coleman.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
17 yards there on 3rd down as they pick up a 1st and 10.
48-yard line.
They'll look to throw here.
This pass into the hands of Turner.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Back to throw now on first down. Looks for White, but it's intercepted. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get him next time out.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Second and 7 at the 33-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Farmer. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. From the gun on 3rd down, Farmer. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
That's good.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts
First and 10.
as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40.
Brings up
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
42-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So the big gain, all for naught for the offense. That yellow flag is going to bring it back.
Oh, what a tough look for the offense because they see all that yardage lost and that ball's walked back and then some behind the original line of scrimmage.
Pushes him over. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first.
49-yard line. A gain of 13 on the play. It's 4th down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the 2nd half.
One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC Wildcard bout. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. This offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. Well, out of the locker rooms, here they come. Their first drive of the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining 2nd half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the 2nd half and get us going?
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
And 10 yards to go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards, the final tally.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make.
And got his man, complete. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Now the try here for the point after. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
Ties the game at 14.
A drive that time of 6 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And they will wrangle it down a couple of yards shy of the 30. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Out of bounds at the 33-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 5.
Up the middle, it's Montgomery. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun on 3rd down. Farmer able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
In motion right, that's Williams.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's airing it out for Williams. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A huge play there for Chicago. And even 50 yards.
When you get into the 2nd half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance. And this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary. And that's a job well done there.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And his guys are going to take the lead.
Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Team 14.
unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown, and cut the lead with the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Still first down.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
On the run is Benjamin. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now a 3rd and 6. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook that can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. On play action, they'll throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
They'll try and run for it. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. They come up short here on 4th down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
They're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 3.
Back to throw. Farmer.
A short pass here taken in by Laporta.
He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Off play action. Farmer.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Well, this is caught by Williams. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for Chicago. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense.
And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride the offense this go-around. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Benjamin with it over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
They'll set up a throw.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down and a 21-yard gain. One quarter remains in this NFC Wildcard matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports, as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Second and 10.
They'll set up to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
3rd down and
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the 1st.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
On the ground, Benjamin.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now a first carry for their fullback. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of a yard.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. Two running plays, each lose a yard. They'll need to do much better now on 3rd and 12. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a 1st.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
At the 2-yard line.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Taking it in from a yard out. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
But we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
Both these teams fighting for their playoff lives. All tied, fourth quarter, as the kick is away here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Chicago offense set to get started. And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season coming up right now here, 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
At the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll get this up to about the 40.
But partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
They'll go with the keeper. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
That's good.
It's a gain of a yard. And that leads to a Chicago first down.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
94 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
It's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Looking to throw. Farmer. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Montgomery back to the ground.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself.
And he will be stopped here for no gain, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Another try from the 19. 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Farmer. Now that'll be caught by Sim. Oh, no, he lost the football.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll run with Montgomery. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. As his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Our home team, 21.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The situation for him offensively as follows. Down 28-21. Under a minute 20 to go. They need a touchdown here to try to force overtime, but they've got the support of this playoff record crowd. 1st and 10. Back to throw. He's got Turner. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield, breaking down at the 49. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it, but they've got to continue to move quickly.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they know anything less than a touchdown here at this late stage is going to be no good. They were going for it all right there, but it was just too hard to adjust to that one in the air, and it winds up incomplete.
That's complete to White. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. They'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if the tackle happens in bounds.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. 2 timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. He's got White here. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now another timeout called for by the offense. As the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Here's 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. Out route here, he finds Turner. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Back to throw. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1 is tempted to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
So now this will be, in all likelihood, to force overtime. And he has got it. So barring something crazy on the kickoff, we're looking at an extra period to decide this one. So overtime on the horizon, barring a wild finish here as the kick's away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
Throwing to start the drive. Farmer.
Now he'll take a shot for Peoples-Jones.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
Plenty of chills and thrills in this one, and more to come here as overtime will decide who moves on to the divisional round. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, CD, certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it. After the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs, Patrick Mahomes and KC, they scored first. Game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football. People hated that. Now the game reaches OT. Every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, if you win the toss and you take the ball, reach the end zone and score, and put as much pressure on your opponent as possible to try and win a game in OT in the playoffs.
Encroaching defense.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. They'll run again with Benjamin.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
43 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. They are into field goal range, but definitely thinking touchdown as they come up 1st and 10.
Now a first throw here in overtime. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Back to throw. On the screen, this is Coleman.
Down inside the 10.
And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. A chance now to strike first in the overtime session and get a big leg up. First and goal. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this is a touchdown. Now, it's not over yet, but they draw first blood here in this overtime. An extra point forthcoming. It's up and good, and they jump back ahead, 35-28. That time, a 6-play drive. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Chicago offense set to get started. And CD, the pressure is on here. Only a touchdown on this series will prevent their season from coming to an end right here, right now.
And this is why the postseason overtime rules will change, partner, to afford teams an opportunity to respond in this type of a situation, because in the past, this game would already be over, and the losing team will be making off-season plans. Now they've earned their way into a postseason. They do get a chance to answer after the other team scores first.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Back-to-back completions, and that puts them in enemy territory.
And we're always looking for that elusive term, momentum, aren't we? And I think they're building it with the back-to-back completions. Now they feel like they can either take a shot or continue to build it the way that they're doing now. Safe throws, get it to their playmakers, and see what happens.
So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know, they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Chicago. They'll go in for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And able to get this out to the 25. Now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll look to throw here. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And a pretty nifty hurdle, but couldn't do much else as he's brought down.
To number 31.
A little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is, if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If you make someone miss, that could...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. They bring their punter out there now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. A nice little juke. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Farmer.
Got St. Brown running the quick slant here.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Back to throw. Farmer. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Fielded at the 20. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And that will come the offense as they take over.
The Chicago offense set to get started. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up and keep making 1st downs. Keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up the 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Sudden death from this point forward. Next score wins. It's 1st down here.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
Down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
At the 37-yard line.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB.
Delivers to Turner on the comebacker.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he stopped immediately there. Now a timeout called for by the offense. So we'll take a break with them and be right back.
At the 35-yard line.
From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Thought we might see the field goal unit on 3rd down, but the offense still out there.
Now we're going to get a timeout with 5 seconds left here in overtime. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. And the kick is good. He got it. And it's official now. They're going to the playoffs. And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night, everybody.